6, 32-ounce pretty blue. Stuff in your puppy, snuffing with my buck stick. 22-cent booty pick, 24 make movie flick. 26 Mile High Club, 3 Sims in the bathtub. Geechee for the lap up. Pray to God you meet each other in the mall or something. Ask you to hate me, cause I fucked her best friend. She wanted to be a lesbian. Me too, fat bitch on the E2. Back boom on E2, beat you, slide to your own walls. Ebony, POV, met you on Pornhub. Hashtag, all caps, fat ass, no water. Bookings, somebody daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, peoples?
What's going on?
What's
What's going on? Make sure you talk to your...
Oh, yeah, I'm going live today for everybody. All my followers check me out.
All three of y'all.
If you don't know,
All
then
three
you don't
y'all.
know. But yeah, I'm going
Followers,
live.
y'all.
Hey, there we go.
No
man.
IG Chuck
All
has
three
followers.
all three in the one on
Let's
the
go.
fence.
There we go. All right.
This is y'all first time tuning in. Thank y'all. We are the one, the only, the
Two
Real Radio.
What's up?
strong lover of life. Happy to be in here once again.
Oh, I'm your man, C.
Chuck Wagon as always. And
Before we go any further, I want to say rest in paradise to my Aunt Claudia.
oh, okay. Rest in peace. Right.
Moment of silence. Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Love you, boo.
So, what's going on?
Feeling good, feeling great.
I'm about
Happy
to-
to be alive.
I'm about to be a meteorologist, Joe.
What's up?
I'm about to do that. That's my new career path. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going. Cause I could just make up shit. I could just be like, it's gonna stop snowing around. Around 12 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock it still be snowing, and don't nobody be mad.
On the way
you
in.
can be mad. You can be
Still get
wrong. 4 days out the week and keep your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have me outside sweating with a coat on. It's just
On
sun
the
be
way here,
beaming
y'all.
on me.
I saw a girl walking in the snow with strappy shoes on. No socks, no stockings, no nothing. No coat.
No
Just
coat,
walking.
man. Just walking. Yeah.
I'm like,
Strong
what breed?
with it. Right. Strong with it.
What
though.
breed are you? Like,
To be
I'm in
able
the
to wear it.
car with like 4 layers on and I'm still
Yeah.
chilly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that bad
you
outside. I mean,
walking.
you still
That's
there
what
for
I'm
a
saying.
minute.
Especially like you say, she walking though. And
Yeah,
it's
open,
that-
open,
right, out in the
open.
open, right.
With strappy shoes on in the snow. Like
Man, it's
your
a whole-
toes.
Damn, man.
It's a whole group of
pinky
people out there
toes
right
on.
now
Right,
with no
toes.
socks. They
How
don't wear
is
no
your pinky
socks,
toe
slip-ons,
alive?
got their
I'm trying
slides.
to figure
What they
it
call them
out.
slides? They got their slides on with no socks. I mean, they just,
I couldn't believe it. I
all
couldn't
types
believe
of
my
people,
eyes.
man. It's just,
I couldn't believe it. It was a sight to see, y'all.
was you overweight? Overweight people don't
No.
get, they don't
She
get cold.
wasn't.
They don't get cold. It
No.
takes extra long for
She
them to get
wasn't
cold.
overweight. No.
You
No.
need to stay with one of them in the cold.
Maybe she
you know
was
what I'm
on
saying?
something.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
about
know.
to say,
You ever seen that
yeah,
scene from
she-
Star
she
Wars?
look
regular.
She look regular.
When they found
Yeah.
Luke, I was stuck in the snow and they cut the joint open and he put a stuffed Luke inside it. That's what you need to do if you got an overweight person with you. You get stuck out in the snow, just climb up underneath them.
I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. But, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the
It's
only
kinda
job.
crazy.
I mean,
I
that's
didn't know it was
what,
gonna snow today either though. 'Cause y'all know that?
randomly.
Like I literally
I
opened
looked
the door
outside.
this morning.
I
and
wake
it
up
was-
early
Said
in
it
the
was
morning.
coming, you know.
I wake
I
up
didn't
at
even
like
know.
5. So when I woke up at, I got that moment of, I wake up at like 5, it's dark and there's nothing going on outside. I go in the bathroom, sit on the toilet, look at ESPN for a minute. Half the time I'm not even doing nothing in there. I'm done in the first like 20, 25 seconds. I just be sitting there cleaned up, hands be washed. I just sit back.
25 second
That's the only place you can get some, some privacy. You know what I'm saying? If you in a
I
bathroom and somebody busts in and they see you on the toilet, oh shit, oh my bad, oh, and they leave. So you just sit there for your own, But by the time I looked out the window, it was snowing. I was like, "The hell, snowing?" Man? They ain't say nothing about no snow. I don't remember.
Yeah,
saying.
I ain't know. I thought it was some snow like what about 2 days ago, right? I thought that was the joint they was predicting, and then I look at the
said
joint
it
this
was-
That
morning.
was a
Said it
sweet
was
job,
coming.
man. You could
That
just be
was
like,
crazy, man.
the winds changed. It's like,
Yeah, they said it was coming.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. The winds changed. Yeah, that's why it's snowing like this. But it's a polar, whole bunch of polar airs, polar vortex or something that's, hitting the Midwest. So we getting a piece of that.
Bundle up, get
Chicago,
your layers on.
Chicago, it's like 40 below. And
Make sure
and,
you
Yeah, I
dress
heard
your
about
kids
that.
with the wind
appropriately.
chill, it's like 40 below. It's nobody outside. My thing is this, Could you get somebody to Uber Eats you? Give you something like your Uber Eats or Grubhub, and it was like $40. Is anybody going to even do that job at that point? Like, I'm not going. I'm not
somebody
delivering.
I think
You know.
so though. Yeah. 'Cause
Somebody
think about it.
is.
Somebody
I would.
making
I'd be
the
the only
money.
buying out
Somebody
that
want
job.
the
Somebody
You better
want the
bring
money
your
while
ass outside.
everybody else
Though.
cold,
You
right.
better.
Yeah.
Because your food going to be cold in a minute. When I call you and say, I'm getting on my car, you got 20 seconds till your food gets cold. And that's
I
it.
need my Lay's.
Put it right back in the oven as soon as you get it
Sorry.
upstairs.
Once
Chicago.
Once that cold get up in your bones, once that chill get up in your bones,
Yeah, once your feet.
mess around and
Once
catch
your
pneumonia out there.
Once your feet and your hands get cold, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh.
That's your toes get cold. You be just like, I can't shake this joint. You
What's
be
over
random-
me is my legs.
you be randomly sitting there, you be like,
Sure.
what's wrong with you? You shaking it? Damn, can't get this cold up off me. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah, as long as my legs tight and I got like a hat, I'm alright. Like that's all I need. Like
We
I
in
don't
trouble
even
if my
need
legs
gloves.
get hot.
I don't even need gloves for real. Give me
You're not
my
trying to stay
legs
still.
warm.
You're not trying to stay still out that thing. You gotta be moving out that thing from one destination to the next.
I hate to say what I'm about to say. When I used to had a truck, I used to be on my white boy shit.
What?
A hoodie and I'd be outside in the wintertime with shorts on. You know what I'm saying? Shorts. Just put the boots on so the snow don't get in, and then you put the, you know what I'm saying? Girls had it right in high school. When you used to see the girls outside, you'd be like, how she outside in the snow and she got a coat on and a skirt? Like, your legs all right, for real. It's just that upper body and your feet. If you keep your feet warm, sometimes you need that, get that breeze up through there. You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
goodness.
Sometimes it ain't
Up
always
through
fresh.
there.
Cold air kills bacteria. Get that, kill smells and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Chicago. So, Jesse Smollett.
Oh yeah. I heard about
Star
that.
of Empire.
Crazy, bro.
You know that family. Look, before I get into Jesse Smollett's whole deal or whatever, that family has been around forever.
They used to have a show back in the day. Remember they had a show?
That all of them
Yeah,
were in
yeah,
one
all
show
of them,
together. Like, it was like a
like
whole
ABC show
family,
or
just
something,
like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Just take the whole family. Just take them all. Let's go.
Strong jeans too. Like,
Yeah,
they
they all
all
look-
look alike. Like
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, for real.
And it's
Beautiful
crazy
thing.
because I remembered it before. Something clicked. You know, when you get older,
They
certain
always been
stuff
positive
clicks.
for
Yeah.
what I know.
And remember, they was all natural too back
Yeah,
in the day.
curly
Remember, they was
hair.
rocking the locks before that
Yeah,
was
Locke,
even
the
a thing.
older brother
you know,
had
the
the
older
locks.
brother,
She had
younger-
the
yeah.
crinkly hair thing, and they had, you know, they were doing anything. But he actually was, well, the story goes he was beaten by a bunch of Trump supporting, MAGA hat wearing guys.
That's hard.
Now I seen the surveillance that showed like 2 people. They saying it was like more people because they don't
That's
have like
horrible.
the what's the name of it. They even say what do you say, like a noose was put around his neck.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
New
Jesse.
Jesse.
Do some bleach on them.
Jesse,
Um,
we hope you're all right, Jesse.
You know me, man. I just put up a post the other day that was like, you know, I overthink. So I just be like, you know, don't nobody Uber Eats in Chicago. Like, why would you? I just 40. You're not gonna get me to go outside in 40-some degrees to walk nowhere. No. Unless the bud
that's
is
still no
unless the
excuse,
bud
though.
is in the car, I'm not going outside. I refuse.
That's still no
I will be in there
excuse.
trying to light a fire with 2 sticks and something in the
What if
living
you
room.
had to be outside for whatever reason? That
yeah,
don't still
right.
don't
I-
get
I-
it
I-
right.
had no
Now, I'm
security
not
with him or nothing,
debating.
like-
I'm not
And
debating
my thing is, they
him
say they
getting
put a
beat.
noose around his neck. So what
That's
they
what I
just
heard.
walking around with a noose?
It just don't.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
they
I-
were just looking for trouble.
ever-
like
do you
and
ever
they just
just-
happen to find
When I
him.
first heard it, I
You
was
ever
kind
just
of
find-
like, I thought it was
You
like
ever just find?
something from a
You ever?
TV
You
show.
got kids now. You ever look back at some of your stories you tried to come in the house with and it was like, yo, that was utter bullshit. I don't know how I even tried to pass that off as a good story. Like sometimes, maybe I feel like maybe to hide why he got that ass whooping, maybe he added something to the
Oh,
story,
nah,
or maybe
I don't think
it
he
just
lying,
seems too.
I don't think he lying.
And then I'm saying I don't think he's lying about getting
No,
beat up.
because they said that something happened the week before that, like somebody had mailed them something. And
But
they had,
so
like,
randomly they
some,
just
like, some
find
hate
him
stuff.
in Chicago in the middle of the night when it's 40 below zero. Where you should have your
Where he's,
whole
like, taping the
your whole
shoulder.
face. Look, it's 20 below zero and the wind is whipping. I guarantee you got your face covered. So who, how, when, how?
I think it was.
I don't believe it. I don't think it was staged. I just think it was more than what it was. Maybe like try to score in the middle of the night. Like, look, I'm not going to Subway at 2 a.m. I'm sorry. I'm a celebrity. Somebody gonna bring me a goddamn sandwich. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not 2 a.m. Look.
So they said it was some Uber Eats or something like that? Is that
No.
what they said?
I was just saying, why didn't they
all right.
Uber Eats? Everybody got Uber Eats on their phone. If you got Uber, you got Uber Eats. If you got Grubhub or some Domino's deliver, somebody, like I was asking, somebody out there
Maybe he
deliver.
wasn't out getting nothing to eat. Maybe he was out doing something.
I'm not agreeing with anybody that put their hands on that man because he definitely had to go to the hospital, so it wasn't fake. But it just seemed like there might be a little more to the story or a little less. Or, Chicago in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, like it's the middle of a polar vortex. It's -30, negative. I went back and looked at the temperature every night. Every night it was -10.
Yeah, see the news thing.
It's
Right.
like somebody was looking
MAGA
for
hat.
trouble.
Maybe
like I
it
say,
just
but
seemed
they
good. Maybe
said
somebody
stuff
was like,
was
it seemed
leading up
good.
to that,
MAGA
though.
hats, noose. I mean, and unless he was on Instagram saying, "Yo, I'm in Chicago, about to go get this sandwich 2 in the morning. I'm hungry."
Nah,
and
from what
shit.
I heard, that's
mean,
where they filmed the show at. So they just knew where they was filming at, and he just came out from what I heard. But like I say, I don't know the whole story, but from what I heard of it though, it's like
somebody said
I'm
he was looking for
his word.
cheeks. That's what they said right here. They say he was looking for cheeks. I mean, it's just.
Even if he was, I still don't give him.
It don't make it right that he got
Exactly.
abused, but I just don't think that the narrative don't seem make it don't make. If I was a detective, I'd be like, huh? So how they know it was you? Like, how did they know it was? Did you just get into a verbal conversation with somebody in Subway and they whooped you and you was trying to figure out a way to spin it? I mean,
Nah, man. I mean, like I said, think about it. The whole MAGA hat, the whole bleach thing, the whole gay slurs, racial slurs. Like, is this?
I don't doubt none of that.
It's too much
I
for
don't
it.
doubt
In
none
my
of that.
mind, it's too much for it to be.
I don't
like,
doubt. I don't
bullshit.
doubt
think
the
it was-
racial. I don't doubt the slurs. I don't doubt. But I don't.
Okay, but what if it is true?
That's what I'm
fucked
saying. I
up.
think that's what we need to deal with. The fact that it
Fucked up.
probably is
Because
true
it
or
happened.
not.
Something happened to him.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, something
happened.
did happen, which is
And like I
uncalled for.
say,
Any
something
hate
was
crimes.
happening,
Just say-
and
let's
more of
just
it's gonna
say
come
it is
out.
true.
More of it's gonna come out, but
Let's just say
like
it's 100% true. That he
stuff has
telling
been
you.
happening. They
That's
said
what
like
happened.
throughout the week or something.
That's
so.
messed up.
Yeah,
That's what that
definitely
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so.
messed up that people think that they got the right to go out and put their hands on somebody.
But now,
Messed
now-
up that
now-
people
now
think
here's
they
my
got the
thing.
right to just go out
What
and
if
call
we're, what
people
if
names.
we're, what if we're? I'm just playing devil's advocate right now. But what if we're just? What if people are playing the gay card? What if it wasn't a gay card thing? Maybe he got mouthy. I mean, maybe he said something to somebody saying what doesn't make it right, and they punched him in the mouth, and then they started hurling the homophobic slurs and all of that type of stuff. But what if it was just two? What if it started out as two men in a disagreement? Like, oh, man, that's the dude from Empire, man, blah blah blah. I mean, it might have been some hating involved or whatever. He got said whatever back or whatever, being a man or whatever, to another man, and it escalated further than he wanted it to go, and he got the hands.
I'm just
put on
surprised he
him. Put the
walking out
paws
there
on
with
him.
no
But you don't got the right to put a
security.
noose
though.
No
on
security.
nobody.
That's the
It
only
just
thing I
like I
don't
said, it's
get,
no
like, where's the
security. It's
security at?
just I don't know, man. It don't. Yeah,
You don't have
and
a
the
right
noose,
to
man.
pull
I just,
no bleach on nobody. You don't have a right.
is the noose real? Like, do people who knows how to tie a noose? Like, I done had rope my whole life. I still can't figure out how to do a noose. Like, how you get that to just I'm not trying to either, but I just
Yeah, right. I'm about
It's
to say,
just
right.
a lot. Like, I
Racist
mean, was he a
people
Boy
who
Scout
wanna
or
learn
something
how
at
to
one
do it,
point? I mean,
that's how it goes. Like,
So
right,
it
we wouldn't have no
so
reason
it
to know
remains
how
to be seen.
how to make a noose,
But I
right.
guarantee that if it was reversed, if the situation were reversed and he was outside whooping somebody's ass, we'd have had that footage by now. So I just don't know what.
I mean, we're gonna see what happens.
Get well
as time-
though.
as
Get
time
well.
goes
Still,
on.
y'all keep your hands to yourselves,
Truth
man.
always come out.
It just seemed a little.
I think he's telling the truth. Shout out to Jesse. Hope you all right.
Yeah. So goats. Goats are great, man. Goats that climb to the top of stuff. They stand on the side of mountains.
Real life
They go
goats.
repeatedly to the Super Bowl. And some of them even are left out of conversations. So I'm going to start with Shaq, man. Shaq came to Kobe's defense the other day about not being mentioned. I know you hate sports.
I don't hate him. I just.
Shout out to Tia. You can't outnumber us now, so we can talk about sports. Yeah, I can't be like, nah.
What's up, boo? Love you, boo.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, they just keep leaving my man Kobe out the mix. I don't see how you talk about the greatest of all time and you just go from Jordan to LeBron. I just don't see how Kobe is left out.
I mean, when people like you, they talk about you. When they don't, they don't. Like Kobe wasn't a likable dude. Like
They just say he was
didn't
another Jordan, a
people didn't
copy of Mike.
Yeah, he was trying to be Jordan, and like I don't see nothing wrong when they don't mention him in that conversation. Though. Like I mean, he was a beast, but I wouldn't put him up there as greatest ever.
Said
Like,
they're pre-noosers.
he said what?
Somebody just said they're pre-noosers. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Pre-noosers. They go in the house and make their noose. They prepare, say pre-noosers.
pre-noose.
Yeah, I don't know how you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know how you leave that man out the conversation. It's just it's utterly ridiculous. That man dominated. He ran LA for
Yeah, he did.
Forever until he hurt himself for real.
I mean, Kobe is a beast, but like I say, it goes with him, his personality, though. That's the reason why they
Yeah, if
hate
he
him.
never,
They hate him because of his personality.
I guarantee you, if he never outed Shaq for cheating,
Right, the whole
then
thing
everybody
with
would be
Shaq.
like, man, Kobe's. Yeah,
Think about it. He lost a
Shaq
lot of
did it.
points with that. Remember that, right?
Shaq did it.
Right,
Shaq be
should've
paying
did
him
what Shaq
off.
did, right? That's what
Yeah.
they
Oh,
did.
you
Right.
dry snitching.
Yeah, right.
Now my wife is going to take me to court. This is how I'm about to get divorced. No sleep. What was that? Pulp Fiction. No sleeping on the couch. Just fucking divorced.
Hey, and don't forget about the rape case he had too. I mean, think about that and the details of that rape case. Remember, dirty style. Like, damn, you know how
I
you?
mean, was it really dirty? She was dirty. Was he dirty?
Yeah, he fucked her in the ass with no rubber. What you talking about? That ain't dirty.
Hey, one man's ceiling is another man's floor. We're all adults here, you know.
All right, man.
Too real
Yeah, very,
radio.
very too real.
radio.
Yeah, very too real. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like,
clean up after.
people forgot about it.
That's why they don't talk about him.
Put a towel down.
Moving right along. Moving right
There's a lot of
along.
shit with him.
Moving right to
There's
long.
other details too. We ain't gonna get there though. But it's
Oh, man.
Freaky
It's other
underwear.
stuff.
Yeah, we need-
Making
we need
an
to-
appearance.
He got the wrong one. It was like, but I don't think he raped her. Though. I think
Kobe was in the
she
freaky
probably wanted to
underworld.
have sex with him. Man, I'm not taking that.
Everybody in the freaky underworld, man. If I left my door cracked, y'all be like, what the hell is going on in there?
Freaky
That's why I keep the
underworld.
tape over the keyholes.
From the inside, right?
Both sides.
Right.
I got some cotton stuffed in there too, so you can't, just in case you peel it off, it's a whole lot of work you got to go through to see inside. Put a cup to the door.
Old school doors.
Ooh.
Old school doors.
Yeah,
Still got
yeah,
keyholes.
Yeah, I do. I still got keyholes in my doors and stuff. Yeah. It's, I wish I could find the master joint. You know what I'm saying? Joint's nice doors, nice heavy doors. Scared the shit out of me when I be having the windows open and them joints slam. I be laying on the couch watching ESPN or something with my hand up, and that joint slam. All the bitch come out me. I be like, what the fuck is that? It's haunted in here. We gotta go. Leave the dog behind and shit.
That's
You
the
know what
one
I'm saying?
that's stuck in a room in the summertime. The doors
Oh,
swell up on you.
my son got stuck in his room. He was in that joint and he was like,
So they couldn't get the door
Dad, I think I'm stuck. I was like, are you stuck? He was like, yeah, I'm stuck. I said, you think you stuck or you stuck? He's like, I'm stuck. I was like, all right. And I just walked off, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tell him. I got him out. I had to go get a little butter knife and all that, but I ain't tell him. I just walked off like, all right, he's stuck. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going nowhere. He just
Right.
hold fast. That's terrible. Terrible. Oh, goats. Back to goats. Tom Brady. The best to ever do it. It's going back to the Super Bowl. This man has been back to the Super Bowl more times than like most teams, like the top 5 teams or some shit. He's been to the Super Bowl 9 times.
Yeah, it's running unreal, man. And it's like 3 back to back, I think.
9
Was it
times.
third trip back.
Yeah,
back
this
to
is
back?
third back to.
Yeah.
This is third. Yeah, 9 times. This man is
Yeah,
amazing.
dude, a beast. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
and-
also the team, though. The team, you know,
Yeah, it's
he's
the
on a
formula.
good team, the good formula, Belichick, all that good
Little
stuff.
bit
They got a nice mob, though.
Yeah, I mean it's the system. You could put me in that system, and we gonna win. We going to the bowl, man. It's how it is, man. And then like I said,
Stopped watching football years ago.
if you're not cheating, you know what I'm saying. Look, don't be mad because he's cheating. You know what I'm saying. Be mad that he's getting caught cheating and still continuing to win. I mean, it's just that's the issue. Mad that you not cheating as well as he is. That's what you need to be mad at. You need to learn how to cuff the cards. That's it. You know what I'm saying. Slide that joint out. You know what I'm saying? And you need to figure that out because they've got it. You know what I'm saying? Deflate gate, spy gate, ticket gate. I don't know. He's gating everything. So shout out to Tom, bro. Who you got?
I mean, I got New England. I think they're gonna take it.
Smart choice. You know what I'm saying? I know bets are fucked up. Right? Nobody's betting nothing. Like I'm not. No. So you don't. How many times do you bet against Tom Brady? Only time I'm betting against Tom Brady is if he's playing against Eli Manning. Something about that combo, man. He just be getting his ass. Eli's a bum, and he just be getting whooped by Eli Manning every time. Every time.
Yeah, it's gonna be some nice bets though, like some nice little prop bets and stuff like that. The overall game though, I think New England got it. They like a 2.5 point favorite, if I'm mistaken.
Just talk to your brother about them weird ass bets he be trying to make.
Yeah.
Like that time that safety happened. It was
Oh.
I think he said it was like 100 to
Man,
100 and
yeah,
something
he
to
would've
1 or
got
something
paid,
like
man.
that.
That was actually my uncle, but my uncle, man, he would have got paid. He actually thought about it for a second and was like, nah.
chance of
first
a
play,
safety.
but the first
A
play
safety.
would be
I think it was like the odds of a safety happening in the
Happening
Super
on the
Bowl
first
was,
drive,
you know what I'm
first
saying?
play
Didn't
or
happen in the
something.
first drive, first play. It was like, the odds was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So yeah, I think I'm finished. I'm just talking about goats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Top of the mountains, side of the mountains. How do they do that? Anybody know? Side of the mountain goats.
They
just
great at it.
They just be. How do they get up
what
there?
they
That's
do.
my question. Is not how do they stand up there? It's how do you get up there? How do you get somewhere where there's no way to put your feet at? You just walking around on a mountain and then bam, there's a goat. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
special feet that's made for it.
Do they come from down?
They
Do they
use
go
they
up
feet,
the
they
joint?
use they
And
tongue.
and what was up there that what was up there that got you on the side of a
Probably
mountain?
their
Like what
feet
got you
angled and all that.
pressed up?
They
You and your
hairs,
man
They
pressed up
body
against the side
hairs
of a
probably
mountain,
got
just chilling.
special grippy things that grip
grip
the
too.
side of the
What y'all
mountain.
doing up there? You know what I'm saying? Whose idea was it to go?
It's like they was built for it, you know.
Yeah. Creator's amazing.
Tom Brady. It's amazing. How did he do it? What was he doing up
Creator.
there?
Created him.
And then he's not retiring. I think he's gonna go back again next year.
I mean, he damn sure not retiring. I mean, he already said that. But wouldn't put it past him. Like I said, he's gone to 3 straight.
9.
Why not go for one more?
Right.
9. It might as well just 9.
Might as well.
Right, go for 10. I mean, 10 will be the.
But at some point, man, you got to get him out of there, man. You got to for the future of your team. It's like you got to go sit your old ass down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I mean,
Right.
as long
But
as
then
that
when
man continue
what
to,
you gonna be left with? You don't have anybody to be left with. You know what I'm saying? You end up with like an Aaron Rodgers situation, a guy who probably should have been in the game way before he got in the game. And by the time he got in the game, it was like, all right, he had a
So
couple
how
good
old
runs,
actually
but
is he that he looked
shit, he
upon as
like
old?
41.
I think
Yeah,
like 41.
Yeah. But he got some
Football.
crazy regimen that he does. You know, his wife a model.
He what's it called? He like a super
Yeah, he
vegan
do like
or
a
something,
crazy. Yeah,
like-
he got like a crazy, real expensive.
If it
diet
casts a shadow, he don't eat it or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. He's one of them
Best of the
super
best.
Yeah,
super
the best
vegan.
of the best, right? Him and his wife, they do the yoga, they do all that mind connection
Well,
stuff.
that's what I mean. Look, they talk about like look at Angela Bassett at 60. All right, she's been famous for 40 goddamn years. So her regimen, what she's doing and what she's exposed to, the food that she eats, she's not eating at wherever else, or she's getting her vegetables driven in by whoever from wherever, and the chef's cooking this, and she's not getting salt, and she's not getting salt. Of course they have a whole nother body.
She got good genetics too, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I
that
think she'd
helps.
probably look nice even if she was a school principal or something.
Take
Like,
care of
she
yourself,
just
people.
That helps.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
She nice.
Oh,
they
definitely help when you got
the no makeup challenge. Like, I don't want to hear no
Drink
makeup
your water.
challenge when you can buy $1,000 face cream. Get out my face,
Right,
like
drink
you know
your
what I'm
water.
saying. Get the fuck out of it. That's
You
not
can
real.
heal yourself from the inside out. You can heal yourself. You just gotta drink your water, try to eat healthy, make small changes. Do what you can. Think positively.
The water's key though. Yeah, water's key. And I say water. Water is key.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Water. Water's the
Man, my joint
Definitely.
full. So look at that. The one time I try to go live to
Already?
my masses, you know what I mean? That's all right.
fried Chuck.
I'll be back.
Fried,
I'll be
fried.
back. I tried.
All right,
He did
so
what he could. He did what he could. He did what he could.
today, funny. We were supposed to. I really don't try to highlight who didn't show and shit, but today I have to because we were supposed to have a comedian. So my thing was, you better be funny. You know what I'm saying? Because I will sit here on camera and with the stone face if you're not funny. And I went to his page. I guess he was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe the pressure of having to, because if you're going to come up here and talk, you're going to have to, and you're a comedian, you better make somebody laugh. So I was going to definitely put him
To the test.
to the test, you know what I'm saying? But no test necessary. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the inclement weather got to him or whatever.
Try again, man.
But forget him. We got Rob today from Kingsbury Chocolates.
Oh.
So
Chocolate.
super happy to be onto something different. I'm glad he doesn't make cakes or anything like that.
Just came down.
I still got
Yeah, the whole
I still
bunch of
got a
cakes,
piece of
right.
cake in the house. Somebody
Still got some of it?
came over after last show and did not remove the cake that they were supposed to remove. They
I
brought-
didn't know that was my cake though. I thought that was your cake for the kids. What happened with the kids actually? Did you do it for the kids?
I'm knocking on doors. It was like no kids nowhere. They all went on summer vacation or something. Or they all went on winter break or something. I'm knocking on doors.
Nobody wanted no cake, huh?
don't stay in here too long. I don't want to frighten anybody. No, I'm all looking at every time I hear somebody outside. I'm looking out the window. Anybody out there with some cake? You know what I'm saying?
My cake was delicious.
I called a bunch of people. Yeah, the cake was
all of them were delicious.
Amazing.
Thank you so much once again.
I was in that joint trying to, you slice a little piece. I'm just gonna eat a little piece of this one, a little piece. I'm just need a little piece of this one, a little piece, and before you know it, I got a whole headphone, a whole earbud joint over there, and I'm cake. I was cake out. I didn't go to bed last Friday at like 3:30 in the morning. I was just up watching cartoons all night, just feet crossed. Me and the dog looking at me like, what the hell? Go to bed. I'm in the joint just chilling. And then nobody came home. My lady stayed with her friends. They went out and did the girl thing or whatever. And I love when they do that because they go. Because I stayed home one time when they had ladies' night, and I went down to my little man cave, and it was all night long. I was like, no, this never again. Never again. So yeah, that's
the sound of it though.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of ghosts.
All of them have. I don't know why all women, when you underneath them on the floor, they all have heavy ass feet. Just like they just walk all heel. Just you put the front of your toes, you take your toes, touch the ground. What are y'all doing? What is going on? Why do y'all all sound like 300-pound men? 96 pounds of that Joe. It sounds like they fighting. What the hell? I feel like a parent looking at the
sound of joy.
I feel like a parent looking at the ceiling. Hey! Hitting the ceiling with the broomstick, like Mr. Heckles and shit on Friends. You know what I'm saying?
Better that they leave.
But so we got rid of all that cake. We didn't. We still have cake, but I ate a lot of cake.
It was delicious.
It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. I got some. Got a couple people that been asking me, what cake should I get for what, or I want to get a cake. Who should I get? So to those people, I'm just gonna randomly send you. Boom, 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 boom. Because they were all good. So I'm just going to send you to the next person on the list. Whoever the next person that gets the next cake order. Somebody make a good cake. Yep. Number 2, number 3, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 1. Just like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No favoritism. They were good. So we have something different.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. You like
chocolate? We'll get into it.
Yeah. It's actually Dark Chocolate
all
Day.
All candy. All sweeties.
National.
Candies. Sweeties.
I'm a dark chocolate fan. As I've gotten older, my taste buds have I need something a little better.
Love it. Fruity candy.
Get that cacao level up.
Chocolatey candy.
That cacao level up on me, huh?
Caramelly candy.
Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate.
Gummy candy.
It's just more like a bitter type though. It's
licorice candies.
Just going. Just.
Sour candies. Hard candies.
Candy fan.
Butterscotch candies. Peppermint candies. Old people candies.
I had a buddy that used to get us.
I like them all.
I had a buddy that used to work at the convenience at the school store, and he used to bring me chocolate because I'm smoking. I was like, he's bringing some chocolate. My son, he don't really eat chocolate because he's allergic to stuff. So we train him to just eat like fruity candy. Just stay with the fruity stuff. You ain't got to worry about if it's not. If you eat it, you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So just leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. So Martin used to bring me just boxes and boxes of candy. And all the kids used to love coming over my house and just candied out.
So, chocolate. We're going to get into it real quick.
Want to take a short break?
Real quick.
Real quick.
Super Radio. Welcome back to our show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. The one, the only, the two, Real Radio, just Strong Love of Life.
Finish?
Yes.
Okay. We're back. Chuck, you got your box? You straight?
I'm
You
back in the box. So who we got today, man? What we got going on?
So we got Rob from Kingsbury Chocolates.
Thank you for coming to our show,
Man,
Rob.
welcome to the show.
Lovely name for the chocolates.
Thank you so much.
You're out of Arlington, Virginia, right?
That's right.
So, today is National Dark Chocolate Day.
It is.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So, I'm actually born and raised from Vermont.
Okay.
So, this cold weather isn't so bad.
It's not that bad.
Come on.
I do see you got the sleeves up and everything. Right, there you go.
Hey, you know what? A good pair of boots, just like you said.
Yeah.
So, my grandmother had a little catering business, a little cafe. So, I grew up around food. And my grandfather had a maple sugar farm. So, between the two of them, I learned quite a lot about food and making sweets.
Man, you probably had some really dope pancakes. Just real maple syrup.
Real maple syrup.
Real maple syrup. Oh, some of y'all probably have never had.
You know
real
what? I
maple syrup.
only grew up with real maple syrup. So
Oh,
when I
man.
went to college,
Lucky.
Yeah.
and I went to University of Florida, so a big change from
Oh, yeah,
Vermont.
Gainesville, yeah.
And nobody down there knows what maple syrup is really because it just doesn't exist. And I remember my roommate bought the Aunt Jemima and put that on the table, and I squeezed that on my pancake, and I was like,
Yeah, he was like, what's
What
that?
is
It's
this?
actually something they put in it to give it that taste. It's not even maple in it.
No,
It's,
there's nothing. It's corn syrup.
something, yeah, it's
Yeah.
corn
really-
syrup with some
right.
coloring, some flavor.
Yeah, but they
and
say it's
like high
some
fructose
spice
corn
that
syrup
gives
on
it
top
to
of
that,
It's
yeah.
like nothing really good there. Yeah. Sorry.
Disrespectful.
It was horrible to you. You couldn't take it. He was like, what is this? I need me some
Yeah,
maple
I was
syrup.
like, you gotta send me some syrup. Yeah.
Throw this out. Give me some new pancakes. I can't do this.
Have you ever had the chew? Have you ever had the chew? I mean, you've had it. But have you ever had this? It's night and day. It's like, what the hell is
Now,
this?
see, I never had authentic
Oh, man.
maple syrup. Nah,
It's not all thick. It's not all
not.
sugary. It's
But
just.
you know what? When I got the real maple syrup and I put it there for my roommates and I said, "This is what I want you to try," they didn't like it because it was so different from what they grew up on.
Right.
They was just like, "No, I don't like this."
Right.
Oh, jeez, all right, just pour some more corn syrup on that.
Right. These are beautiful chocolates.
Thank you.
Tell us about them, please.
So I started making chocolate about 20 years ago. Went to college, did the corporate thing for a while, and then decided oh, that's a nice picture. Wanted to get out and get back to something that I enjoyed, that made me happy in life. You know, sort of the Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Excellent
Corporate
reason.
ground wasn't really shaking it up for me.
Right.
So I pulled some old recipes and decided to start
that's
tweaking
nice, man.
them.
And this is all your
Work on
stuff we're
chocolate.
seeing right now,
Yeah,
right?
look at all these great
man,
pictures.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, I see. You're pulling these off of Instagram. I was like, where are you getting all these pictures?
Yeah, I do a little bit of digging, a little bit of.
Yeah. No, they're great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, I mean, it's your product, so I mean, I didn't take the pictures. I just merely
I
lifted
impress
them.
myself sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
It looks amazing.
So anyway, so the business grew. I had retail stores, and then after about 12 years of doing retail, I was completely burned out and sold out from that. And came back and decided to focus on doing wholesale chocolate. So basically, the bulk of my business right today, is about 90% of it is selling to retail stores, gourmet food, wineries
Okay.
that buy my product and then sell them to their customers. So a lot less stress. A lot
Now,
less
now what's the
employees.
process of making chocolate? Like, I mean, a lot of people, you just get the chocolate that's already done. But like, how do you start with what, the cocoa or something like that, or the cocoa beans? Or
I don't.
how-
So basically, in the world of confections, yeah, right. I'm like, no, not at all. So basically, in the world of confections, there's the people who get the cocoa beans, which these are beans right here. So it's a cocoa pod. It's all dried up. You can hear the beans inside of it, and then the cocoa beans. And it's called the bean to bar industry,
Okay.
where people take the beans, they grind them up, they conch them, they refine them, and then blend them with sugar or milk or whatever they want to do to make a flavor, and then they make chocolate. And usually they just pour that into a bar because the beans that they're getting are specific from different regions. So they're just going to get a Costa Rican bean because they just want to showcase what the flavor notes of that bean from that specific area or hacienda taste like. I'm not into that. actually am not this like purist when it comes to chocolate. Like just a piece of dark chocolate is fine, but I actually like something in my chocolate. You know, I want something that's crunchy or chewy. I kind of like texture, texture and flavor. So I'm all about buying couverture, and couverture is a grade of chocolate. It's considered the highest grade of chocolate in the world. So it's made from the finest beans.
Couverture.
Yeah, Couverture.
Like
Never heard
that
of that.
word.
Right, couverture.
That's a nice
Right.
word.
It's a nice word, right?
Something new,
So I used to use it because I was trying to market it so people would learn it. Nobody cares about really learning it. It just kind of confused them. So I just say it's good chocolate.
I care.
No, I'm glad.
I care.
Yes,
I care.
you're like 1 out of 1,000.
Couverture.
It's very special.
Right, couverture. There we go.
So I use couverture chocolate, and it has a real high level of cocoa butter in it. And so cocoa butter is what gives really great chocolate that phenomenal
32
texture.
to 39%.
As long as along with the ability of grinding it and conching it so fine that it doesn't have a texture anymore in the chocolate. So when you eat it, it's just completely smooth and it melts right onto your mouth. So think about cocoa butter, which is the fat in the cocoa bean, is that it's solid at room temperature, but it melts at your body temperature. So fine chocolate is going to melt when you put it in your mouth immediately because you're going to know it has a lot of cocoa butter in it.
Right.
So anyway, I brought you some of the things that I...
Everything's packaged
it
so
says,
pretty. Can we look at
No,
some of
yeah.
them?
Yes,
real
absolutely.
fast. It says 32 to 39% in couverture chocolate.
That's right.
So what would a normal percentage be for something that's not?
That's not couverture.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's going to fall like in the 20 range.
It's about 20. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're also going to taste. You're also going to feel a texture difference. It's literally there's going to be
Okay.
a bit of a granularness to it. It's not as.
So we're talking. We're
I've
talking.
never seen anything
we're
like
talking
this in my life,
32 to
y'all.
39,
Okay.
You're getting velvet. You're getting just smooth, just silky,
Yeah, just silky.
Pink bar, milk chocolates, strawberries, pistachios, and rose petals, y'all. In
petals,
the
yeah.
chocolate, y'all. Okay.
I'm with the
Okay.
edible flowers, man.
Okay.
I remember somebody bought them to me one time. I might have been.
So this just came out for Valentine's Day. This is brand new.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So pretty.
And it is really a beautiful bar,
It
and it
is.
smells phenomenal. Like when you open it
my
up, the
goodness.
smell of the strawberries and the roses.
This is another
really,
one of
really
those
nice.
things that I always
Mine
talk
is
about.
blown off the
It's
first
really
chocolate
pretty.
bar.
About
It is.
that I always say that this is one of those things that I would get, and I would have it on the counter, and I'd be like, I'm gonna eat that later,
All right.
and then later comes and I still don't eat it, and it's like it just looks too good to just give me a plain chocolate bar. I can get rid of that. That's easy. But stuff like this that looks, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I can.
I can't.
Is it?
I can't. I'm just not the guy that can destroy.
Let's see
The
what
artist
we
in
got.
me won't allow.
So I
Dark
make about,
chocolate, ginger snaps.
Then I'm not gonna
caramel
sample.
mustache.
I'm gonna crush.
So this one's got a little spice note to it, and I like the crunch. So I put ginger snap cookies in it.
Wow.
So there's a lot of ginger flavor in there.
So where do you come up with your flavors?
It's all
How
me.
do you,
It's
all
things-
you.
yeah.
Mad scientist
You know,
type of thing.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
it could be at dinner. So I was in Morocco actually earlier this year, and I was hiking through the Atlas Mountains.
Oh, I did that before. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah,
man.
so on the hike.
I'm just playing. Man.
Oh, really?
One day, though.
Oh, no, I
One
was
day.
like, oh man, that's with you.
One day.
Isn't that cool? Like, that's
One day. You know what I mean? But it hasn't happened yet, though. But it's all right, though.
So there was a fountain, and it had all this
mango,
cold
that's
water
Yes.
from a stream that was coming off the glaciers, and they had these fresh oranges and cherries that had been picked just sitting in there. You could just eat them as you're walking. So I was eating them kind of like together. I was like, wow, these are delicious together. And then, there's a ton of spices
Yeah.
in North Africa, so we stopped at a spice place, and
Yeah.
cardamom was phenomenal. It was beautiful,
Yeah.
fragrant, and I thought, wow, cardamom with orange and cherries would be fantastic. So when I got back, I was like,
came
hey,
back
let's
and-
make this bar. So so I
Awesome.
did. So, it's really just kind of paying attention.
Yeah.
I love food.
Taking
That's
it all
interesting.
in. That's what you're doing. You're taking it all in. He goes
just
from
taking
And the
it all in.
flavor to
combinations
flavor.
is big, like you
And
said.
take
I
it and
mean,
put.
that's,
He got
yeah.
the dark chocolate, spiced mango, cayenne, and citrus in the chocolate. What? Tell me about
So
it.
I have a lot of fun. So I actually make about 35 different flavors of bars.
Damn.
What's your most?
He putting that work in.
35.
We got
What's your
our own real
most-
live Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka.
See if you got a list of
Put
it.
a
What's your
hat
most
on.
favorite?
Put a hat on. You
What's your
almost
most
kind of look like
popular?
him a
Your
little
most
bit.
popular. I mean, out of 35, there's got to be a few of them that are just
Well, these are my two top sellers right here.
okay.
So one's in milk and one's in dark. So the milk chocolate. So the milk chocolate here is a 33% cacao. So it has a nice amount of chocolate in it, and it's almond toffee bits and coarse French sea salt sprinkled in it.
Wow.
So people who like milk chocolate, it's got that sweet and salty play on it. And then this bar is more savory. So
heavy, too.
the almonds, I soak them in a mixture of tamari and soy sauce, and then roast them with French sea salt. So you get this really, you can't really, like
It's
when you're
pretty,
eating the
too.
almonds, taste
That one's pretty too. Almost too pretty to eat.
a big difference, but the soy sauce and tamari coating just kind of makes the chocolate taste richer. So the experience is just more savory and more fulfilling.
This
Yeah.
just sounds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
For the people, this is heavy.
So those are my two best sellers out of the 35. And they kind of
we could
sell
see the passion in the
almost
product.
evenly,
We could see your passion in the product. They got a beautiful product.
What's
Beautiful.
the most outrageous out of 35? It's got to be one that's like, wow, that's an interesting flavor. Which one do you think that would be? What would you say that would be? Like maybe the rose petal one, or maybe the chili mango, or
Chili mango and the pink bar, the
Uh-huh.
first bar that you pulled out there, those are brand new. I just made them for Valentine's Day. So those are both really kind of interesting. So we open this up. It's a Valentine's assortment we put together.
Oh my goodness, that is so
So
great.
it's
truffles and everything,
it's
too?
caramels
You do all
and
that?
I'll throw it up.
Look at that, y'all.
I don't know.
Let me hold it up for you.
chuck your box in the way again.
So I blame it on the box, man. See, look at y'all.
I'm a box hater. I told you I hate the box. I'm hating on your box because I don't have one.
Do
I
look
wish
like
y'all
that.
could see the shine on the pretty shine on the candy.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Glistening.
it does look good.
So what flavors are we looking at?
So
here?
there's 6 different flavors in here. There's 2 flavors of caramels. So
Okay.
the absolute best-selling product overall that I make the most of is this caramel. So it's vanilla caramel. It's vanilla from the Isle of Bourbon, which is Madagascar. And
Don't say that like it's a small thing. He getting his vanilla all the way from Madagascar, y'all hear that? He getting his vanilla from Madagascar. Okay.
and then the sea salt is a coarse French sea salt, which is referred to as fleur de sel. So the name of the caramel is fleur de sel caramel.
And
So that's
the
my
salt
best-selling
from
product.
France.
Yep.
The
It's
caramel
nice.
from
It's
Madagascar.
clean. It has a little bit of
Vanilla
that sort
from
of
Madagascar.
like,
all around the
ocean
world
flavor.
just for
It's
this
nice.
one little chocolate that's delicious.
So, and the other caramel I have is a tamarind caramel, and just kind of jeweled on there is chili lime pineapple. So I was in Mexico City not too long ago, and chili lime is everywhere. They love chili lime. They put it on everything. So there's like fresh fruit stands, and you walk up, you get a cup, and they'll squeeze a lime and put chili powder
Put
on
some
there and
chili
hand it to you, and you
yeah.
walk up. They
Lime.
love chili lime, and so these chili lime pineapple I just thought was really cool. And so when I came back, that mango bar, wherever it is, was a chili lime mango. I thought, that'd be fun. The fruit, chili lime, let's do a bar as well, and not just the caramel as well.
Beautiful. And the love is in the details.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
beautiful.
Taking the
man.
time
Thank
to
you.
put that on each and every one, taking the time to do that.
Yeah, everything is. These are molds that we make and then fill the hearts, but everything that we do, our normal truffles are hand rolled, hand dipped. So the bars are individually handmade. There's no assembly line of equipment. There's no. We're not making a bar. It goes down assembly line. Some machine wraps it for us and puts a sticker on it, and out it
Taking the
goes.
time to do it.
Everything.
No,
is
I
done by
love
hand.
Lucy
Putting in
moments.
that work.
Yeah,
Going
yes,
on.
that's it. Yeah.
Where you
Handmade.
located? Like you located in
When he
DC?
say
So,
handmade,
they
he
sublease,
mean
kitchen
handmade.
space.
That's what he
Okay.
mean.
In Arlington from Catering Company.
And he
called
put it
All
right
Space.
on there, so
got
you
you,
know
bro.
he telling you individually handmade. It's right there. They putting in that work.
Well, I have a lot of people who look at the price of the bar and be like, $7.50. Wow, that's a lot of money for a bar. And I'm like, yes, but they're individually handmade. These are kind of unique. This is Couverture Grey chocolate, and so you have to kind of market the reason
Madagascar vanilla.
for it. Madagascar vanilla, yeah.
And if you are into candy like I am, you'll realize that that's nothing. That's worth it.
Well, the thing is
worth
that you're not going
What
to
you
chomp
pay
down
for,
on this
right.
whole bar.
Right,
You know,
and we know that.
No, man.
you know, a little bit's going to go a long
Long
way because
way.
it's very filling.
I'm eating one row. I'm
Yeah.
eating one row. That's it.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
row.
It's not for the
tucking
kids.
rest.
This is some adult chocolate.
No, this is
not-
an adult chocolate.
Go get
exactly.
you a Hershey. Go get you a Hershey
don't-
bar. You know what I'm
Mommy
saying? But, yeah.
candy.
But if you've ever had good chocolate, I mean, there's a Hershey bar and there's good chocolate. There's you can get $5-10 steak. I wouldn't want.
Oh,
one,
that's
but-
right. That's right.
Or you can go spend
That's right.
up to
That's a
100,
good
100
point.
plus. I mean, it's what you're willing to spend for what you like. I mean,
Right.
if you're not a chocolate person, when you want chocolate, you just give me some chocolate. Just give me anybody's chocolate bar. But if you're into it's one of the things that you don't eat often, or you want Valentine's Day, you don't want the Whitman sampler. You want to get something different, something that.
Sometimes I might just want that one piece. I'm just gonna sit back and just sit it on my tongue and just sit back and.
Sometimes less is more, man. Sometimes that one piece of
Savory.
chocolate will do what 4 pieces of. I keep saying because it's Valentine's Day, the Whitman sampler. I mean, I don't. What else is the Russell Stover? What was the
Yeah.
stuff? Russell Stover,
Right.
Stover, whatever. I don't know.
Diva.
But with those, as a kid, I
Ferrero
remember just
Rocher.
sort of like taking a little bite just to see which one it was. Because
Yeah.
there was a lot of them I didn't like. To
Yeah.
find the couple in there that I liked and then put them back.
The ones that I liked when I was younger, the ones that I don't like now. Like I like the strawberry now and the cherry
Like the
inside.
strawberry cream?
Yeah,
Oh, the strawberry
certain
cream
ones that.
are nice,
Like
yeah.
I said last week, I'm getting more into strawberry and stuff
Hey,
like that.
so the rose-colored hearts here
Okay.
are strawberry.
Wow.
So there's a local lady who makes preserves. So I used her preserves. It's peanut preserves.
Did y'all hear that? He's supporting local.
That's right, local to local, exactly.
supporting
That's how I
local.
got on the show.
We were talking about that earlier,
Yeah.
actually. Through DeFaro
Afro dates.
date spread.
That's right.
Oh,
You remember her?
I remember.
Lena's
Yes,
Drew.
I do. I
Drew.
remember those
Drew.
beautiful candies. Yes.
So
No, remember the date spread?
Yeah, the date spread
Yeah,
that she had,
yeah. I crushed
Yes.
that thing. I didn't
It was
even.
delicious.
I ate it so fast I don't even remember. I was mad
delicious.
about the spread. I was like, I need to get some of that date spread. It was really good. But like you said, support local, man.
Supporting
We're
local. He
definitely-
building his network. He got Madagascar. He got France. He got local.
Local's
That's
the
the
way to
Now,
go.
world. The world right there in this chocolate.
We jumped over this guy.
Yeah.
What are we looking at for the people that don't know? Chuck likes to bang
I
down.
thought that was a
Cocoa
musical
pod.
instrument or something. I thought it was like a
That's what
little,
I was about to say,
little
Chuck.
shaker,
Let me
like
see.
about to
Time
start
on.
rocking.
Some
Yeah,
music here.
Let me get the
That's what I
Moroccan
thought,
type
bro.
of thing going on.
So you get 2 of them joints, man. You all right. You all right
That's
with
right.
that. You got a
Hey,
percussion
hey,
section with
hey,
those
hey.
two. Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
So we have cocoa
I can
pod,
work with it. I can work with it.
Yeah, it's a cocoa pod.
dried out,
I've never
Yeah,
seen
it's
one.
dried.
Never
Otherwise,
seen one
they're
before.
actually really beautiful colors.
green, like a nice green,
It
yellow.
smells
Some
nice,
purples,
too.
reds,
Yeah.
and yellows. There's a
So it's a tree with all of these hanging off the tree, like these pods, or they fall
Yep.
down from the tree, or
yeah, and I just went to
Grew up the
the
side of the
botanical garden, the U.S. Botanical Garden,
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday, and in the front lobby they actually have a cocoa tree, and right now it's producing pods, so you can walk in there and see the pods.
Steal
off
some.
the tree.
Don't do that, y'all. Everybody can't
Unless you
take
can get
one.
away with it.
Yeah, I did not say that.
Don't do that, y'all.
Don't steal.
But no, you can go in there and there was a guy with a little cart and he was talking about cocoa and doing some little educational.
that's cool.
That was right on
format.
time.
And that was
Right
really
on
cool,
time.
yeah. So that was really nice. So these pods have about 50 beans in them. So not a whole lot. And it takes about 8 pods to make a pound of chocolate. So these bars weigh almost 4 ounces. So 8 pods are going to make these 4 chocolate bars.
Okay.
So, Americans, because cocoa doesn't grow in the
two
U.S.,
pods
we
per-
don't
two
understand how
pods per
big of
bar.
a
2 pods
crop
per
it
bar.
is. But, it's huge
Yeah.
to produce the amount of cocoa that people
That's what I'm
consume
saying.
in the world.
I never even
Now,
assumed.
where
that.
is most of the cocoa? Where is most of it being produced? Do you know?
It's all around the equator. So about 15, 20 degrees north or south of the equator, anywhere in there is the zone that cocoa trees grow. Probably about 60% of cocoa actually comes from Africa.
60%.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is.
It is, yeah. And they're definitely the ones who are supplying the world, with the chocolate.
I also noticed something that you have this wine and chocolate pairing. So is there something specific with wine? Like what wine goes like good with chocolate? Like, you know, because I just thought like milk or something go good with chocolate. But apparently like wine, you know.
Wine's pretty good with
There's
chocolate too.
definitely,
Yeah.
you know, there's definitely a sophisticated way to do everything.
Yeah,
I'm
after you sit back, after you sit back with that piece, that's when you take the sip of the wine.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Look at you.
So I actually came from a wine and chocolate pairing just before I came over here to the show
Cool.
tonight.
Cool.
At one of my clients. So, so the quick and easy on, so light wines, light chocolate, dark chocolate, red wine. That's the easy way to kind of put it together.
Okay.
That's
Nice color
basically
with the
everything
color, right?
with wine and stuff, you know.
Yeah, so basically,
white,
if you're doing whatever the white is, or even a rosé, you're going to stick with white or milk chocolate flavors, and then when you get to reds, go to dark chocolate. And you know, the darker the red, like a Cabernet or Zinfandel, that's really rich, go for a really rich dark chocolate.
There we
But
go.
then, you know, if you want something that's just kind of a nice mild dark chocolate, just real kind of everyday edible dark chocolate, you know, have a Merlot or a Pinot Noir or something that's a lighter.
There you go.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day around the corner.
You know,
Keep
y'all
that in
learn
mind,
something, man.
fellas.
You can impress the lady. You know what I'm saying? You give her a
Robin
little
Don't have no milk.
You know how to
Right,
order,
right.
you know what to do. A little
Step the
inside.
game up a little bit.
So, before we head out of here, what the price point for like a box of chocolate?
So this has 34 pieces of chocolate in it, so there's a lot of chocolate in it.
Yeah.
So basically, the price point on a piece, like a bonbon, and bonbon, I'm just saying, is anything that's like 1 or 2 bites, whether it's a caramel or a cream or a truffle, whatever it is going to run about $1.75, $2 a piece, depending on who's making it, where you're getting it from. So, you know, for looking at a box like this, let's say $60.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, it's worth
But
it.
That's
these
it.
are
But rich,
Handmade.
right?
Real, this is not-
Right, exactly right.
Yeah.
This is not I Love Lucy assembly line. You
And
know,
then if you know, if
faceless.
if you a connoisseur, you know you'll have something like this for a few months at the least,
a piece a day.
if that. I
have a
I might
customer
spread it out even more.
Who loves these caramels. She buys
I was about to say 20.
10 dozen of them at a time. And
gonna be
she
some two-a-days.
she puts them in her freezer, which I do not recommend putting chocolate in the freezer. It's not necessary, but she does it for a reason. She does it because every morning she gets up and she takes 2 caramels out and she leaves them on her counter, and she goes to work. And when she comes back, there they are, thawed out, and that's her treat for the day.
That's a
Yes.
treat. Yeah.
So she, you know,
She's doing 2 a day.
Everything in
One
moderation.
a day.
what's the
I
thing
said
with,
20. I said
she's
20.
not eating
man.
ice
But that's her
cream
one
and
thing
potato
that she
chips
probably
also.
does. That's
Yeah.
her
Now,
one
what's the
thing.
thing with chocolate in the freezer? Because like that's the easy way to get the chocolate bar back to a bar. You know, like when the chocolate melt or something, and you throw it in the freezer, and then now you're able to.
But does
you
it-
know,
does it
take the wrap
change
off
the-
and all
does it
that?
change
Yeah, what does it do
the-
to it?
Yeah,
Right.
it changes
chemistry
the
of the
molecular
text-
structure of the chocolate, and that's what you don't want, because the sugar and the fat molecules separate, they break down, and they rise to the surface. So your chocolate's going to become grainy. You're going to see that kind of white haziness
No, yeah,
that
yeah,
forms
yeah,
on
yeah.
it. So the
Especially if it's in
texture's
there
going to
long enough,
change,
yeah, you'll
and
see
it's going to
that.
break down and dry out. So really, room temperature, cool room temperature, is the best place just to keep your
What
chocolate.
about the refrigerator? Like that's
You can
still- that's still not
refrigerate.
gonna-
You know, I'm not. You don't need to put a chocolate bar in the refrigerator.
just try to put it
ever.
in the- you just
You know,
gotta put it in the
these,
box.
These truffles and stuff. If you want to keep them in the fridge for a couple more weeks, that's fine. They're not going to spoil. You know, it's
Okay.
just over time they'll start to dry out a little bit.
Okay.
But dark chocolate that's tempered so that the molecular structure is safe at room temperature can last up to a year. So, and milk and white chocolate, because it has an additional fat in it.
It could.
It could, yeah.
could,
Just
right.
6 months.
Technically.
So, you know, just at room temperature.
So go ahead
You
and
have a
treat
long
yourself.
shelf life.
Y'all been real. I don't want to say delusional. Like y'all gonna sit there with 30 pieces of chocolate are not gonna make it past 20 days in my house. I'm like 2 a days, you know what I'm saying, 1 a day, 3 a day. I smoke, you know what I'm saying? No. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks.
One bad night.
One good night.
I mean, look at it.
How you
That's how you
looking
look
at
at it.
it?
That's
Right.
Yeah, no. And I'm not going to have a bar of chocolate like that. And if it's good the first bite, by the time I get upstairs and pick that last piece out of my teeth, I'm going right back downstairs for another small piece. And the small piece turns into a row, turns into 2 rows, turns into, damn, I'm out of chocolate.
I'm with you.
It was delicious though.
Yeah. If it's not good, yeah, it'll last. But if it's good, it's gone.
Right.
Let's be real, people. We didn't become the fattest country in the world by turning away food. It's un-American. No.
Yeah, but if we ate better quality food,
Yeah.
You
we
eat
would
less of it,
not
though.
eat
You
as
don't
much
have to
crap.
eat
you
much.
wouldn't eat,
Right, exactly.
You know?
You don't.
And you wouldn't
eat
eat as much
Quality
of
over
it
you
because
wouldn't eat it.
quality is
You
better.
wouldn't-
Right,
yeah.
Quality
right,
over
right,
quantity.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, my break from chocolate is like, my break from candy is like I can eat a piece and be like, holy shit, that was great. Get through the second bite, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm
You're
good.
good.
I'm good to go.
And that's good.
I
It
just
should
gotta
be
watch
like
my
that.
waistline. I'm not gonna look like this forever, so I gotta look out for
Good
that.
if you take yourself.
I'm scared of
you know,
diabetes, man.
Take
Dr.
care of
Bethura got to me.
Take care of yourself, people.
So real fast before we get out of here, where can we find the chocolate? Where can
So
we?
you can buy direct from me online. So because I don't have a retail store, I do direct sales from my website,
Okay.
kingsburychocolates.com.
I heard it.
And then if you're on the website, there's an event calendar.
Okay.
And on the calendar, like tonight's event where I did the wine and chocolate pairing is on there. But also when I do pop-up shops, I put those on. So not next week, but
you
the
can
week of
stock.
Valentine's on Tuesday and Wednesday, I have 2 pop-up shops.
Oh, cool.
So go to
I
the
see you also do
website.
custom designs as well. Like
Yeah,
Custom
yeah.
design
So
and
I've done a
stuff
lot
like
of
that?
corporate designs.
that's nice.
Yeah, so-
Tight.
So you can find out where the pop-up shops are, so you can go support them. And in the meantime, go to the website and pick up some chocolate
Absolutely.
for yourself.
Don't
for
keep
your
doing the
partner.
same old. Get some real chocolate. Don't do the same
Come
old,
on.
same
Get
old.
some couverture. What was it called again?
Couverture.
Yeah, get some
Get the
couverture. That's what you
couverture.
need.
That's
Right.
what you
The
need.
best of the
In
best.
2019, let's get
32 to
couverture.
Made from the
39%.
best of the
That's
best.
what you need.
Right,
Yeah.
get the
We got the
cool.
vanilla from Madagascar. We got the salt from France.
So before we go, your Instagram, your social media,
Yep.
Kings-
Facebook,
King-
it's
Kingsbury-
Kingsbury Chocolate.
Kingsbury
Yeah.
chocolate.
chocolate. He
There
kept
you
it
go.
simple.
There
Y'all
you
go
go.
find
Don't
him.
miss it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hopefully no more sweets for the next couple of.
We appreciate you
Well,
coming
you
to
guys
our
have
show.
plenty to eat. I'm doing this here.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no! So terrible.
Gracious.
I must eat this
So
chocolate
tell me,
now.
right, yeah, look at it, right, right.
Terrible.
Right.
How are we gonna figure this out?
We'll see y'all next week. We love
I'm
y'all.
gonna run until next
Yes.
week comes. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Two Real Radio.